Let's do a quick round of myth or reality, because we all know someone who's fighting cancer or has fought through it. It's also important to separate cancer myths from reality, because there are a lot of myths out there. So, myth or reality, skin cancer rates are declining thanks to more people using sunscreen.
Well, you'd think that was a reality, but that's a myth. And there have been studies that show that people, literally when you compare people who use sunscreen, get more skin cancers in some cases than people who don't. And the reason is people who don't wear hats, put on long sleeves, and stay out of the sun. People who put on sunscreen, put it on once, go out in the sun and stay for 6 or 8 hours and don't reapply. They go in the water, they don't reapply after the water. So you're getting excessive sun exposure. That's a big factor. Also, as you age, again, as I mentioned, your immune system, which is surveying sun. What does sun do? The ultraviolet rays cause DNA damage in your cells. And when that DNA damage accumulates, the cells become rogue and they become cancer. So your immune system is constantly screening. As you get older and older, your immune system declines. Sometimes you're taking medications which limit your immune system. And so the chances of a rogue cell getting picked up are less.
And it gives you those wrinkles and those spots and all those
terrible
nasty things that keep you in business.
Absolutely, but what you're saying is completely borne out by the data. In fact, there was just a recent study in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, and they looked at skin cancer incident rates from 2000 to 2013, and one of the most lethal but very rare forms of skin cancer, which is called a Merkel cell carcinoma, a neuroendocrine tumor, actually has increased 95% in those times. And while this is rare, this is a big increase in a decade. And this is a great photo of a Merkel cell carcinoma they just put up, because while we often think about melanoma, which has also increased 57% in that same time period, those are dark. Everybody has kind of heard the ABCDs. With the Merkel cell carcinoma, we see kind of reddish purple, skin-colored bumps. They often occur on the head and the neck, often related to older people, sun exposure. And so I think the bottom line is skin cancer is actually epidemic. It's increasing. It's the #1 cancer of any type in the United States right now. So if you have a changing mole, something that's evolving, that just comes up out of the blue, and it persists for more than about a month or so, it looks weird to you, please go get it checked, because this is something just like any other cancer. The earlier you catch it, the more likely you are to cure it.
Use sunscreen, use protective measures really quickly before we go to break. Another myth or reality. This is a headline, a lot of people have read this one. It says, if you sit for 1 hour, you face a greater risk for 9 types of cancer. A lot of people may have seen this in the headlines. It's an alarming headline. Myth or reality?
Well, I'm going to stand up because I'm not sure.
Smart man.
Yeah.
This is a double myth.
Okay, good. I can sit back down.
Exactly. What do I mean by that? So first of all, I did a lot of research on this headline, and every bit of research I did just kept leading back to the same announcement with no reference to the article or any of the facts. So we even called the National Cancer Institute, and the person they were quoting says this is a misquote. So there is no knowledge that I can find anywhere that sitting for an hour increases 9 kinds of cancer. Now, on the other hand, we do know that a sedentary lifestyle is bad. It increases your inflammation, it increases your propensity for obesity, raises your blood pressure, and it does increase your risk of getting cancer.
So it's not that sitting too much can't increase your risk for cancer. What's important is when you read a headline like this, it doesn't mean you have to feel guilty sitting down for an hour to have dinner with your family.
No.
You do have to think, what am I doing the other 23 hours of the day? And if all you're doing those other 23 hours is sitting, yeah, that can be problematic. But be careful with these headlines. But the good news for us here at the doctors is we've got Dr. Piro to come into the house and clarify. Thank you.